like, so where's my money at? And I'm just cussing, like calling them out their names, just saying, like, why'd you take my money? Like, stuff like that. Like, we were about to fight. So they came and pulled us aside, and we both went into restorative justice. I was very upset. I didn't even want to be in the office. I didn't want to be nowhere near her, because if I felt that if I was, like, 10 feet away from her, I was just going to fight her. I just couldn't help it. And so, like, when we first got in there, we're just yelling back and forth, So they were about to, like, just suspend us, give us our ticket and everything. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll work it out.
Having accessibility to professionals that can actually sit down with these young people and, you know, help them understand maybe how they're feeling, you know, can send a lot of these kids over the edge.
I've been in many fights, but those other schools didn't have restorative justice, so, and this one prevented one, which is really good.
A couple days later, we had another discussion, and you said, Mr. Martin, I'm good. And then you were the happy-go-lucky Leilani that I was used to seeing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Our challenge is to try to get these young people to understand not the right or wrong, but to resolve. And in order to resolve, there's a process that you as young people need to go through, because by not communicating, that's when you leave everything unanswered, and then you have assumptions. And, you know, we want our young people, we want all of our young people going through the process of restorative justice to feel a sense of empowerment. One of the great things about the RJ process is when you have success with Leilani and other students like her, they are your best marketers, and they are the best students to be able to go out there and let folks know, hey, it doesn't have to go down like that. It doesn't have to be a violent situation. We have these two gentlemen here at the school that can help you understand before you end up in the dean's office, before you do end up suspended, before you end up possibly getting tickets and going to the criminal justice system. So, you know, being able to be angry, get it out, but also have some positive dialogue and truly wanting to resolve a situation is very important for a lot of these young people. And that's my experience, you know, here at the school.
We have administration buy-in from our principal to our assistant principals to our deans. Our teachers are involved. They feel that there's a level of trust. If it's sent to our office, that things will be handled, and they'll be handled fairly.
Instead of just like outbursting and yelling at the person and trying to fight them, I know how to like calm myself down to a place where I could just talk to them about it, or if I feel uncomfortable talking to them, then I'll just go to RJ, and it helps.
As far as the suspensions going down this school year, the suspensions have dropped about 30% since we've been here at the school. So you're seeing a culture change. You're seeing a shift in the culture here at Montbello. So those numbers are real numbers. Restorative justice will work in all schools, whether they're urban setting, whether they're rural setting, whether we're in the suburbs. RJ is just another factor, you know, helping these kids become successful. I can tell you this, if it wasn't here, what would have happened with those 300 kids we've serviced in the last 3 months? They would all been suspended.
If they weren't there, then I don't know, we would have probably been both expelled or suspended, whatever you want to say, ticketed, because we would have fought.
Now you have this student in the school, right, that had restorative justice not been here for her situation, potentially she's going to end up in the criminal justice system because she's going to act. Okay? So we're going to take this good student that we have in the school. She gets in a fight because she's been victimized. Boom. She gets ticketed. Not only that, she gets suspended from school. You could possibly foresee her being expelled. Criminal justice system. Why? Because there was no process put in place to help her. I mean, that's reality. Part of every restorative justice agreement is the kids agreeing that they will move forward collectively. They will institute what they decided as a remedy.
We tell a kid, okay, you're going to do community service for an hour and a half after school.
Right.
You're going to do a 2-page research paper that needs to be presented to that teacher. You're going to clean that teacher's classroom.
You're going to have dialogue.
How is that solved?
How's that solved? I mean, you're being put in a situation of empowerment to explain yourself. How's that soft?
Not
That's
at
what we
home.
need more of. See,
He's not facing this issue when he's at home.
exactly.
He's facing this issue when he comes in and he checks in every day for his
Right.
community service.
That's
And he has to
accountability.
sign in. He's made accountable for his actions.
That's
or her
accountability.
actions.
It's
That's
simple.
immediate.
That's immediate. Being a former state juvenile probation officer for 5 years, the link between not graduating from high school and going into the criminal justice system, it's a fair link. If you think about it, those who are typically incarcerated are not high school graduates. If they don't graduate from high school, criminal justice system's waiting for them. I mean, that's the transition. It's very clear for me.
Right.
There's no misunderstanding. So I refuse to allow the criminal justice system to capture our young minds and to capture, not give them a chance to be successful. We're not going to save every kid. I'm not crazy. I understand that. But I will die trying. So that's what's up. I will die trying. Yeah.